It's a massive hit. Welcome to New Sky TV. Today's spotlight belongs to Chun and Zhai Yiying. Who would have guessed that Love Letter from the 25th time zone would rocket to the top of the popularity charts the moment it premiered? This marks the fourth collaboration between Chun and Zhai Yiying, and their pairing immediately sparked a buzz. Even more interesting is how the show's promotional rollout drew attention to Ye Feiye's marketing strategy, instantly igniting lively discussions in the comments section. Is the plot simply addictive, or is the palpable chemistry between Chun and Zhai Yiying once again captivating audiences? How do they manage to keep winning over fans in their fourth outing together? The real question now is whether the show can sustain this momentum. Perhaps the greatest advantage Chun and Zhai Yiying possess is that familiar rapport, something the audience senses instinctively without needing any explanation. Since they aren't strangers, they can easily slip into the right state of mind for specific glances, pauses, and emotional nuances in their dialogue. This is especially crucial for a story about childhood sweethearts who harbor unspoken feelings. Without natural chemistry between the actors, would the audience really be willing to stick with them for the long haul? I prefer to view the show's popularity as a form of emotional resonance rather than just impressive statistics. After all, how many of us haven't experienced similar regrets in real life? Perhaps a romance that fizzled out at a distance, or a connection that, despite mutual affection, was thwarted by family, career, or life choices, leaving two people to simply pass each other by? Why are stories like this so addictive? Isn't it because viewers can easily project their own experiences onto the narrative? The concept of the 25th time zone is itself a romantic notion, not a real time zone, but a metaphor suggesting that certain longings can endure and remain suspended in time, transcending both distance and duration. It is a simple concept, yet it fosters a sense of immersion for the average viewer far more effectively than a plot cluttered with complex conflicts. Looking at Chun and Zhai Yiying's fourth collaboration, the real focus shouldn't just be on the fact that they are teaming up again, but on whether they can further amplify the chemistry they've cultivated over their previous projects. Shen Yi, played by Chun, is a rather restrained character. Rather than explicitly voicing his emotions, he conceals them within his expressions and tone. Does this approach perhaps better resonate with the audience's image of someone who puts up a tough front yet cannot truly let go? Meanwhile, Zhai Yiying's portrayal of Jojing imbues the character with a blend of softness and resilience, a contrast that likely makes the role more memorable. When the two share the screen, the audience's focus often shifts away from who has more lines. Instead, they watch to see if one actor successfully catches and responds to the emotion conveyed by the other's glance. This is perhaps the greatest advantage of a familiar partnership, something difficult for newly paired actors to replicate in a short time frame. Of course, high popularity does not necessarily mean the production is flawless. Current discussions reveal that some viewers find the timeline shifts rapid and the volume of information regarding character relationships overwhelming, occasionally requiring them to piece together the narrative logic themselves. Such feedback is hardly surprising. After all, depicting 20 years of change within an 86-episode span is a formidable challenge. While a fast pace is a short-form drama's greatest asset, it also carries the risk of moving too quickly. If the plot jumps to a new stage just as the audience begins to form an emotional connection with a character, leaving them no time to process what came before, that emotional engagement is easily disrupted. Ultimately, the true test for the series lies not in whether it can generate even more buzz, but in whether it can transform viewers from casual observers who want to watch into dedicated fans who can't bear to scroll away. Regarding promotion and publicity, the discussion sparked by topics related to Ye Feiye suggests that audiences for short-form dramas have become increasingly discerning. They look beyond the plot itself to consider how a production is brought to their attention, a clear shift in viewer behavior. For the same series, differing promotional strategies by the actors can lead to vastly different perceptions of the show's prominence. While some view these as standard tactics, others compare the promotional intensity across different productions. Why do such discrepancies so quickly become hot topics among netizens? From the perspective of the average viewer, the behind-the-scenes details matter less than the visible outcome. Why is a particular actor suddenly the talk of the town? Or why does a specific series seem to be everywhere? Does this indicate that the short-form drama market has evolved into a dual contest where both content quality and promotional strategy play decisive roles? A good story alone may not suffice, and relying solely on the actor's popularity might not guarantee longevity. Ultimately, for a production to truly endure, must the plot, the cast, and the promotional strategy form a cohesive, self-reinforcing loop. What makes Love Letter from the 25th Time Zone particularly intriguing right now is its combination of a long-awaited reunion storyline and the established chemistry of a fourth collaboration between the leads. This leaves audiences eager not only for the story itself but also to see if Chun and Zhai Yiying can spark fresh magic together. Even more exciting is the prospects that, should this pairing maintain its strong performance, they could evolve into a rare, recognizable fixed duo brand within the short drama market. If audiences become accustomed to seeing Chun and Zhai Yiying share the screen, might their next collaboration ignite even greater buzz, and do so more rapidly? Furthermore, for the short drama industry, could the duo recognition fostered by such repeated collaborations become a key asset for attracting future audiences? While Love Letter from the 25th Time Zone has already garnered significant initial attention, and the fourth collaboration between Chun and Zhai Yiying has certainly sparked plenty of conversation, will the ultimate determinant of the show's long-term success be the plot's ability to keep viewers hooked? From this perspective, perhaps the fact that this is Chun and Zhai Yiying's fourth collaboration is merely the beginning, rather than the show's primary selling point. What do you think is the biggest draw of this fourth collaboration, the chemistry between the actors, or the emotional premise spanning 20 years? Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.